Hello everybody and welcome to my Latina kitchen. Raise your hand if you went to LA Unified School District. Right here. If you did, you remember the famous coffee cake. You remember how they used to wrap it up in like a little white paper container, and oh my God, this recipe is gonna bring back hopefully good memories for you. And it does look like, and it just doesn't look like it, but it is a lot of ingredients, guys. But it is so worth it, and don't be intimidated by all the ingredients. Everything, all the measurements will be down below. And this is going to be very delicious with all these beautiful ingredients here in front of you, and I can't wait to teach you. So we are going to take this nice and slow. We are going to mix our first 6 ingredients. So far I did measure it off camera, but we have your measurements and I will let you know what I'm using as I go. So always have your measuring cups with you. As far as your measuring spoons, you're gonna need 1 teaspoon and 1 tablespoon. That's it, okay? But make sure you have this handy as well. So we're gonna start with our first 6 ingredients, and I do have all my recipes in here. It's secret, it's my secret recipe book, so have that handy as well. Again, because it's a lot of ingredients, so you don't wanna mess this up, okay? So we're gonna start with 2.5 cups of your flour, okay? So this is our 1 cup measuring. Okay, so we'll do 2.5. So this will be, let's pack it nice and tight. Here we go. This is 1 cup. Okay. I've done this a bunch of times and I've made some mistakes that I will share with you so you don't make those same mistakes, okay? So this is 2 cups. And now we do 1/2 cup, okay? And now we will use this measuring one, because this is the red one that I'm holding is not a 1/2 cup. So here we go. Maybe take a little less off. Okay, I think a little bit or a little more, a little less is really not gonna mess up your recipe. But so here we go. So now we have 2.5 cups of our flour. We're going to use 1 cup of packed brown sugar. This is the light brown sugar. They have light and dark brown sugar. I use the light. I've never used the dark. So here we go, that's that. Now we're going to do 1/2 cup of the granulated sugar. This looks a little brown, you guys. That's because it's the organic sugar, but it's granulated sugar. It's the organic sugar that I get from Costco. And this is a little weird, but you're gonna do, so it's 1/2 cup and 1 tablespoon. And let me get that sugar right out. And it's kind of weird, right? The ingredients like 1 cup and then 1 of these, but we're gonna follow it. Here we go, and done. Oh, we're gonna need that. Okay. So now we have 3 ingredients in here. 1 teaspoon of salt. That's the little one, okay? So here's the salt. Okay. 1 teaspoon of our nutmeg. Here's a nutmeg. Oh, it looks like I'm gonna be needing some nutmeg. Okay, the other day, you guys, I was making a salad and I used nutmeg instead of like, I'm not sure what it was, but it was so bad. I couldn't believe what I did. It was so bad, okay? Oh my God, I think we have just enough of the nutmeg. Boom, teaspoon of the nutmeg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And last but not least, for our 6 first ingredients is gonna be the oil, okay? Let me close this up because we want our set to look pretty. Okay, so now we're gonna use vegetable oil. Now, this is the mistake that I made. So I wanted to be a little bit healthier because honestly, vegetable oil is not the best. And usually I don't use vegetable oil on anything else besides like maybe some sweet recipes like this, but it's a special treat. But I used olive oil. Oh my God, it was horrible, you guys. Do not make the same mistake. I know we want to be healthy, but once in a while, you know, especially for this delicious recipe, just do it, just do it. It's okay. So we're gonna do oil, 3/4 cup of oil. And here we go. We're gonna fill that up. Okay. Now we have our 6 first ingredients, okay? So now what we're going to do is blend all of this together until it looks a little crumbly. I'll show you right now. We're gonna blend it really quick. But here are your 6 first ingredients. Okay, now that we have our first 6 ingredients mixed together, like a little crumbly, we're going to take maybe about, let's do like half a cup. Let's do half a cup, okay? Like a heaping half a cup of this mix. We're going to put it into another container. We're gonna put this off to the side, okay? Because this is what we're gonna use for our cinnamon topping later. So to this 6 ingredients, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of our cinnamon. Okay, so let's grab that now. I love cinnamon, you guys. Okay, here we go. And then we're going to mix it. I'm just gonna use the back of this to just mix it a little bit. Okay, it's all nice and crumbly. We're gonna put this off to the side because we are gonna use this later, but we gotta continue mixing the rest of our ingredients. Now that your 6 ingredients are all mixed up, we're going to continue with our recipe, okay? So again, look at your little book here. We need our baking soda and baking powder, 1 teaspoon of that. And our teaspoon is hiding over here. So we're gonna do first our baking powder. Baking powder. And our baking soda. Baking soda right here. You know, we're gonna open this a little bit better just so we can grab it a little better, okay? Baking soda. Boom. Okay. Then we're going to add our egg. Make sure it's room temperature, okay? Okay, this is for our compost. Put that away. And our last ingredient is this delicious buttermilk. I've never used this in any of my recipes. Honestly, like in my country, like my mama never really used this recipe for anything. So it's really delicious for this recipe though. And I'm sure for others, but you know, this is the first time that I use it. Not the first time, but it's a new ingredient for me. So we're going to be using 1 cup, okay? 1 cup of the buttermilk. I suppose this is what they use for buttermilk pancakes, but I'm not really a big pancake person. I like waffles. Let me know what you like better in the comments. Maybe waffles. I mean, I like the waffles. So we're gonna do 1 cup of this. All right, we'll put this up to the side. And now we're going to mix all of these ingredients together for about 4 minutes. Now that everything has been mixed up, all your ingredients, lots of ingredients, okay? We're gonna go ahead and transfer it to our baking pan. All right. First, let's go ahead and not forget, let's squeeze this so nice, so the bread doesn't stick. And we're gonna go ahead and transfer everything. Everything in here. And the last bit of it. Ooh, something happened here. Let's pick you up. We'll clean you up in a little bit, no worries. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure that every corner in here is covered, you know, like a regular baker would. Okay, we're gonna do this, like this. All right. Now, the oven has been, we preheat the oven, so give it a couple minutes, maybe 5. And now, remember the crumbly, cinnamony crumbly that we put away, we put aside? That is going to go on top, okay? Okay, so the hard part is already done, okay? So we did preheat the oven to 350. Now, this is the deliciousness that we're gonna put in there. I'm going to set my alarm for 25 minutes from now. And I suggest you do the same thing, 25 minutes. If you come back and you're still not ready, the way to test it is, you know, stick a knife in it and see if it comes out wet. Obviously it's not ready, give it another 5 minutes and you'll eventually figure out the exact time for this to come out. But I suggest you keep an eye on it, but we're gonna do this for now and we'll be back in 25 minutes to check on this beauty. And before you know it, the entire house is gonna smell like cinnamon. It's so delicious, guys. We're gonna check on it. The entire house is filled with this amazing smell. Oh gosh. Let's check on it first. Okay, I can already tell that it's not quite ready, and I'll tell you why. Because if you go, it moves a little bit, está aguadito en medio. And I mean, we're gonna stick this in just so you can see what I'm talking about, but it's definitely not ready, so, see? So, I am going to give it 10 more minutes. So we started with 25 minutes. So now we're going up to 35 minutes. Remember I told you at the beginning that you might have to check on it a couple of times until you get the right timing because every oven is different, okay? So let's go ahead and give it 10 more minutes and we'll check up on it in 10 minutes. Okay, so let's check this again. You know, slowly but surely we're gonna get this. It's set to 250. Should be done. Let's do the method with the dry knife. Let's check. Ooh. It looks like it's ready. Yes. Okay, so now we're gonna let this cool down. And we'll come back once it's cool and try our beautiful recipe here. This is gonna be a nice big piece. Okay, let's get in here. It's so delicious. With some milk, some coffee, or just by itself. This one gets an A+. Thanks, guys.